So in Canada, there's a popular system. The structure is the community college. Many high school students who would like to join the labor force sooner or quicker, they can attend the college. And also people who have been working for a while and would like to come back and study something new or refresh their knowledge or even switch their career to a new trend, a new direction. So community college is actually a very popular option in Canada. Exploring about Ottawa and Algonquin College. Okay, so first I would like to talk about a bit. I know that there's a lot of interesting information about Ottawa that I want to share, but in this brief presentation, just a few of them so that you understand where it is. So as you see on the map, Ottawa is in Ontario. So it is in the north of Toronto. If you take a flight from Toronto to Ottawa, it's about 1 hour. So if you ride, it's about 4 or 5 hours. So it's quite near. You can actually like travel between Toronto and Ottawa in a weekend trip. Yeah, and Ottawa is at the border of Ontario province and Quebec province. Somehow you have the advantage of speaking or learning a bit French if you want to. Yeah, so this is very interesting. Yeah. So Ottawa is not the biggest city in Canada. It is the fourth cosmopolitan city in Canada, and it is also the capital city. Yeah. So this city is usually having a high ranking for being the safe city, a green city. People are open-minded, friendly, and this is also the most educated city, with nearly half of the population having some post-secondary qualification. So I believe that is a very important point that you want to consider when choosing a destination, especially when you are a young student coming to a new country. And the key industry, like the most attractive industry in Ottawa is the advanced technology. So we have around more than 11% of population working in the IT sector. In 2019 and 2020, so Ottawa and also San Francisco in America, they competed each other for being the most like the city that having more employees in the advanced technology sector. So somehow they call it they call Ottawa is the technology hub of Canada. If you are interested in studying something related to engineering, biotechnology, IT, advanced technology, anything like that, choosing Ottawa could be a good option for you. Also, Ottawa have a strong economy and a stable job market. So this has been proved during the pandemic period. And before that, people usually call that Ottawa is a boring city but Ottawa is not a city for parties. Ottawa is a city for museums, government buildings, IT companies, etc. But somehow during the pandemic, the stable economy of Ottawa have people having more like like it's easier for like someone foreign come from another country and come and live. It's easier for them. Yeah. So I think in the last 2 years, people have changed their view about Ottawa a bit, thanks to this stable. So now I would like to share with you the graph. This is the structure of the education system in Canada. I think on the right hand side, you see something very similar to in Indonesia, right? It's like you completed a high school and then you go to university and then you study master. Yeah, but I don't know how it is in Indonesia, but in Vietnam, where I live, university system like is the dominant one. People will like, I want to go to university in Vietnam after I graduate from high school. But it is different in Canada. So in Canada, there's a popular system. The structure is the community college. Many high school students who would like to join the labor force sooner or quicker, they can attend the college. And also people who have been working for a while and would like to come back and study something new or refresh their knowledge or even switch their career to a new trend, a new direction. So community college is actually a very popular option in Canada. And you can see that the modules, the certificates or the diploma, especially the 3-year advanced diplomas, which I would recommend that high school students, for students who have just graduated from high school, from grade 12 in Indonesia, I would like to recommend that you choose the 3-year advanced diploma or the 4-year bachelor degree, because it is more later on when you would like to apply for peer, the points you get will be the same, and it is higher than the 2-year program. Yeah, that's why I would recommend that you should consider the 3-year or the 4-year programs. Okay. So this is, I want to introduce more about Algonquin College. So why Algonquin College? Especially if you want to come to Ottawa, Algonquin College is the only public English-speaking college in Ottawa region. There are 5 universities and 2 colleges in Ottawa, but not saying about university. The other college, the other public college, they speak French. So that's why most international students, when they come to Ottawa to study, they will choose Algonquin College. And we have some small community of international students living in Ottawa, and they can share some information with each other, or they can get help from the IAC office. Yeah. And in Algonquin College, we try to have staffs or employees can speak many different languages, so that we will be able to have the student the best. We have, in total, Algonquin College had more than 300 programs, but among them, 180 programs are available to international students. And on our website, we also have a link where you can actually filter and choose to see which program are still available to accept application. Yeah. So I will send the link to you guys later, but just so you know. We have about 4,000 international students. And actually in Canada, Algonquin College is not the one that have been to many international students. We are one of the colleges that remain like the diversity of nationalities in our colleges, but not too many. It means that you really can immerse in the community of local students as well. And in Algonquin College, we offer a lot of work integrated learning. Almost every programs have some kind of placement or internship. So you have two types of internships. The placement or the fieldwork placement, they are a part of the study program, and you will be placed in a company, in a hospital, or in a shop project in order to complete a course in your study program. Yeah, and normally the fieldwork placement, you don't get paid for it, or if you get paid, it would be just a part of it. Okay, there's no guarantee that you get paid. The other type of internships is at the co-ops, and we have a lot of co-ops. Yeah, especially in business programs and IT programs, blah blah blah. And for me, co-ops are really like useful for international students, because why? Co-op means that you have a full-time internship in 14 weeks per term, and you get paid for that. So for both types, you will be able to build the network before you graduate. What is the most important thing in Canada? Yeah, so that's one of the most attractive selling point for Algonquin College, because we are the only public college in the region, and the companies, they know us so well, and our students will go for internship and find a job after graduation. It is easier for them. Algonquin College, we are lucky to have good and modern facilities and technologies, especially for those who study in IT, in engineering, in healthcare center. They will be experiencing very modern facilities. Okay. Can you hear the sound?
It's very soft.
Yes.
Let me share
It
again.
just
I think the
really
clip will introduce better than myself. You will be able to see different Algonquin College.
To that we say,
Okay, now
now
we
it's
can
better.
hear.
someone once
Yeah.
said, if you're not riding the wave of change, you'll find yourself beneath it. To that we say, you should be riding waves. You should be embracing change. Maybe it's art, technology, or both at the same time. Maybe it's the food we indulge in, the music we dance to, or those we care for. Maybe it's a feeling in your heart that won't stop. It's an idea in your head that won't go away, no matter the change. Big, small, a dream, or very real. If you embrace it, it'll change your life. Here and now.
All right. I believe that this give the best introduction to Algonquin College. So this clip was shot at the campus, and you can see a lot of features inside the school. We have so many buildings in Ottawa campus, because we have different schools. And of course, our most famous school is the School of Advanced Technology, and then School of Business, Health and Community Studies, Hospitality and Tourism, and Media and Design, the other school, so they are still popular, but more like to local or Canadian students. As mentioned earlier, we have 3 campuses. The main one is in Ottawa, which is the biggest one as well. So I would recommend that if you come to Canada for the first time, so you should choose the Ottawa campus because it is very near the city center and it has the bus station right in front of the campus, which is very convenient for you to work part-time, to like just enjoy your daily life. So in Pembroke and in Perth, when you study a program there, because the community is it's much smaller, but it is also very friendly and safe, and they want to have more people coming in and work for them. So in Pembroke and Perth, somehow it's a kind of secure. Yeah, it's easier for you to get a job after you graduate. However, during the time you study, because there are less buses, you will have to use cars in your daily activities. You can't rely on public transportation in Pembroke and Perth. That's why I would recommend international students, if you are coming to Canada for the first time, please choose Ottawa, the city campus. Okay, I would like to bring a short introduction. Oh, I think I see Hai An, right? We have
Yep,
Hai An
she's-
attending.
Yes. Yeah. She's joining. Yeah.
So Hai An would like
So
to.
sorry, I mixed up my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So I'm introducing about like the schools, but I just don't want to introduce like one by one to like in details. We'd like to share some stories about Algonquin College so that our attendees today will have more information about our college. Yeah. So our first school programs are the IT programs. You can see that we have different credentials, different qualifications, such as diplomas, advanced diplomas, degree, etc. The second school is the media and design. Similar to that, we have different credentials for you to choose. And you need to pay attention because the school, they require portfolio and they require like a very detailed portfolio that you need to compete for. You should prepare very, very careful if you want to apply for one program in this school. The business school. So in this business school, I would like to introduce about the business administration advanced diploma. It's a 3-year program. Like you have 7 subjects to choose from. The first 1.5 year, you study general business, and the second 1.5 year, you can choose from one of 7 subjects of different subjects. And this school, the health science, we have very famous program like digital health for students who graduates from university already, practical nursing, early childhood education, dental hygiene, massage therapy, etc. So many you can choose from. And you need to know that in Canada, if you work in healthcare sector, like you have more opportunity to get a PR just after that. It's an advantage for you. And another note for students who would like to study some program in healthcare school, that many programs will require international students to study a term, a 14-week program called ICHS, and it will start in advance compared to the main program. For example, you would like to study practical nursing in September, the ICHS will start in May. So it starts earlier, so that you need to prepare your study plan carefully. Also, most of these programs, they require IELTS right in the beginning. It means that no conditional letter of acceptance. For example, dental hygiene, they require IELTS of 6.5. It means that you need to have IELTS 6.5 and that you can apply. If you don't have it, they just don't process it. So it's more difficult and the student should be prepared very well. A School of Construction Excellence, Hospitality and Tourism. Yes, we have so many programs. And we have some pictures where our students have some opportunities attending some events in Ottawa, of course with their help organized by the college. And those are very useful experience. And we have so many other programs. I mean, like all type of programs needed in the labor force. You find it in Algonquin College. Yeah, I guess that's the end of the brief introduction about some schools at Algonquin College and brief introduction about Ottawa, where it is, and some selling points. We call it selling point of the city. For now, I would like to take the questions of, from the students today, and we can discuss more on the subject.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Jasmine, for your great introduction and about the course offering. We have a couple of questions for you. So let me to read out the first question, that in terms of housings, how much is the rate for students to stay in the whole of residence from the college or in on the outside of the college? What are the medium rate that the student need to be aware of, so they can consider in terms of the living cost in Ottawa?
Tracy, can you please repeat the question, because I missed the first part of it.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me to repeat again for the first question. One of participants asking about the housing. So what is the rate and what is the difference in terms of the whole of resident from the college and compared to the student rent out by themselves? Yeah.
So if they live in the residence, it's very convenient because this is not just next to the campus. It's safe and secure, and they would have opportunity to attend many events for students at the residence. However, the fee is not cheap. It would cost relatively about $1,000 per month just for the room. While with the same budget, you can live with a family. And it covers the food and some other expense as well. So if you live with a family in a homestay, you have a choice of room only or two meals a day or 3 meals a day. So the fee, the $1,000 would cover all of that. Why, if you need to live at the residence, $1,000 is only enough for the room. And if you are more confident, you can rent a room in a house, or you can rent an apartment and share it with your friend. Then the cost would be less, about $600 or a little bit more for a room. So basically, if you don't live in the residence, the living expenses in Ottawa is about $1,000 per month.
Yeah, so you can see that is quite affordable compared to living in Toronto or GTA of Ontario. So if you're for the first time, if you are coming here to Canada, so if you are not comfortable traveling around, so you may consider staying in the home resident for maybe for the first sem. And once you are comfortable with the road, the transportation, then yes, you can maybe join with your friend, because by the time you already got to know with the new people, new classmate, then you can looking for apartment and you can share, then you will save much more on that. All right, so that is some information in terms of housing. The college also have that housing services, but if you are looking for something more affordable, then you can consider looking for some option outside of the campus. All right, and we will have the next question here. Okay, sorry, let me to move up a bit. Sorry, someone, I cannot see the question, okay. Okay, the next question is that please share the available scholarship for international student, especially for project management certificate.
In general, the college in Canada do not offer scholarships. If they do, the amount is very, very small. The reason is we are all public funded, and the government give money to the college to support our education facilities and not to cover a scholarship for international students. However, the Canadian government is very generous. They allow international students to work when you are studying. And after you graduate. So you can consider your education in Canada is an investment. So if you are thinking about project management, think about study in Canada is a project in which you will invest some money in this project, and then you will recover some or all of the costs after you graduate from the program. So it will be a big project in the life, but it would be very worth it.
Yeah, maybe I can add on to that. So you can see that, as Ms. Hang mentioned, that is a public college here in Canada. So I believe that the tuition fee is much more affordable compared to private college or international college. Plus, when you study here, you can have the chance to work part-time during your study term. That means you can work up to 20 hours during study, and you can work up to full-time during the term break. So it can, cover some kind of, cost living, living expenses for you. So that is something that you may consider. So you can see that Ms. Hang is sharing some of the information in terms of the cost estimator for your reference. So from there, you will be able to prepare the finance before you make a decision to go further study. All right, so you can see that here. Yeah, plus you can see that you can have the opportunity to go for co-op. So co-op, you will get paid. You can see that. So you can do some, costing here is just right on the school website. Yeah, so it's very convenient. Just few click away, and you will have all the relevant information. All right, so let me just move to the next question. So we have the question is, what are the most high demand program at Algonquin College?
Do you want to help with that, please?
Yes. So I can't say actually which one is the most high demand program. We have many programs that, but okay, just from when I introduced about Ottawa and the college. So you know that Ottawa, we are famous for advanced technology, for IT and something like that. So the School of Advanced Technology, we have so many students coming from around the world and study. And we have some many students who have graduated and successfully have a good job in like well-known IT corporations in Ottawa already. The second famous, I can say that, is the healthcare, the health science school. Like for those students who would like to study like dental hygiene, practical nursing, early childhood education, etc. And there are two other schools that are very popular to international students as well. They are business and hospitality and tourism.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that if you ask for, the most popular program at Algonquin College, I would say that is first of all, you have to ask yourself that, what you want to be in the future. So from there, you will think of, which major you want to take up. And if you are looking for, another objective that to settling down here in Canada, if you are looking for a permanent resident pathway, then you may consider some kind of high demand courses like IT, which is very popular right now in Canada. They are short of manpower or labor, or health science program. So that is something that, or even education. Yep. So that one will give you better option in terms of looking for, permanent resident here in Canada.
I would like to add one like another famous program, but you need to have this skill to attend. This is the animation program, School of Media and Design. We are really famous for it. So we are the 4th school in Canada and 6th internationally, the best school teaching animation. And we have alumni that winning the Emmy Awards in 2020 with the animation film that The Last Kiss on Earth show on Netflix. Yes, and so we are really good at teaching animation, just for if anyone would like to attend.
Yeah, so I guess that this is for young generation, that if you are really into game and animation, then yes, you may
Graphic
consider for
design
this.
as well. Yeah.
Yes, graphic design, so it will give you better opportunity, because you can see that the college provide a lot of, modern facility and a lot of support from faculty to help you to be success. So that is something you can consider, that you can see they have some popular project that, even, shown in Netflix. So that is something for you to look for. All right, so we have the next question here, that do you have any program that, take in grade 11 or grade 12 before they are going to college?
JC, so many programs are only requiring grade, like maths grade from grade 11, for example. However, the requirement is you have to complete high school before you join the college. So you can apply when you are in grade 12, but you have to complete grade 12 before you can start program at the college.
Yeah, I believe that most of the college or university here in Canada, they are looking for high school graduate. So it's unlike, for others study that this nation like UK, that you can study for foundation program before you go to, the diploma or advanced diploma or university. But for Canada, the education system is slightly different. They are looking for grade 12, graduate student. All right. We have a next question here, that if the student want to take massage therapy, that it is easy to get the visa. Any international student get into this program?
So massage therapy is a 3-year advanced diploma. So first, for study plan purpose, like explaining the study plan to IRCC, it will be a plus if high school student would like to study advanced diploma, a 3-year program in Canada. So first, and because it's a massage therapy, the programs like people, you mean to help the patient that maybe long-term patients, you need to be strong, so that you will be able to help them to practice and recover from the illness. So for international students, yes, if you aware of like you have the physical strength to attend this program, so yes, it's a good one. And because it's a 3-year advanced diploma, so it's also a plus.
I would like to add into that most of our health program do not have many seats for international students because health program require a lot of investment from the government. So we only reserve very few seats for international students. If you are interested in applying, you have to apply early and you have to meet all the requirements at the time of application. We do have international students in those programs. We do not have many, not because they do not want it. The reason why we do not have many students from abroad is that we do not have many seats for them. So if you are interested, you should apply early. Talking about visa, if you are a fresh graduate from high school, no problem. But if you already work for a few years, like being a major student and apply for a health program, the immigration officer will always question what is the real intention of this student to come to Canada, whether to study or they have other intentions. So they might question the application. So you might be mindful about that. Especially some people already have a degree in massage therapy or in medicine, and then now they want to do that program, then applying for study permit might be an issue. You might have to be very strategic in choosing a program for the student, because otherwise you might jeopardize the opportunities.
Yeah, thanks for your insightful advice in terms of immigration. Okay, we have the next question coming from me actually. So in terms of the English requirement, do you guys looking for the overall of the IELTS, for instance, like the proof of English proficiency, or do you guys looking for individual band score? Let's say IELTS 6.5. Do you looking at overall 6.5, or you were looking for all four band of listening, writing, and all that?
Yes, we do look at the individual skills. So for example, practical listening requires IELTS 6 on bands from 5.5. It means that if student have an IELTS 6, but he or she has like speaking skill at 5, it means no. So
yeah. So that means that they do look at individual band score for certain program. So you might check the school website for more information in terms of English requirement. Okay, we have the next question here that
excuse me, JC, I would like to add into that the requirements for each band is for everyone, every program, not just for one few programs. And in addition to IELTS, we also accept TOEFL, we accept Cambridge, accept Pearson test, and also CAEL. So the KL one we also accept. So we have a variety of options that you can consider.
So how about Duolingo?
Unfortunately, we only accept Duolingo for a very short term last year, and after that we didn't accept Duolingo.
So that means in the future intake you don't take in Duolingo anymore?
No.
Okay, cool guys. So yeah, so you can consider for taking IELTS or other form of test. You can see here. Yeah, so IELTS, TOEFL, IBT, or even you can take Cambridge as well. So that is a different option for you to take the English proficiency. All right. Okay, we have the next question here that how about the opportunity to get a permanent resident after graduate in Ottawa city, considering that Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Yeah, so what is the competition in terms of getting PR after I complete the program?
So graduate from school in Ottawa have mostly two options. Number one is to apply for provincial nomination from Ontario, ONIP, or the federal program such as Express Entry. Now most of them would apply under Canadian Education Experience Class, CEC, after they work for 1 year in in Canada. So that would depend. Once they graduate and they work for at least 1 year, then the Canadian immigration system will calculate their points based on their age, their language, and their education and work experience. So if you are a young student, just graduate from high school, I strongly recommend you to choose 3 or 4 years program, because it would give you much more opportunities when you graduate, after you graduate, and you want to immigrate to Canada. If you already have a degree from Indonesia, then you can consider a graduate certificate program. And the key thing here is the first is you choose a program that give you the most points. That is the first one. The second one is you have to maximize your own capacity in language, for example. And then because Ottawa is the capital, but there is only one English college, which is Algonquin College. So there is not a lot of competition, and the job, the economy in Ottawa is quite stable. So you can, it's not so difficult or competitive to find a job in Ottawa. So the chances of you having a job, like a professional job after graduation, is very high. So those give you good opportunity to earn more points when you want to immigrate to Canada, so you can be confident.
Yep, cool. Thank you so much. You can see it here. I think Miss Hang is sharing, the English language proficiency requirement. So you
Yes.
can see that, so you can see it here. So you actually, so it's actually available on the school website.
Yes, and also I see that there's a question about EAP ESL or English program, right? We do have EAP programs, and these are the start dates, upcoming start dates, and also the cost for this program. Okay, so students, if they don't have the required English level, so they can add an EAP program. But is it only available for for programs that are not highly competitive programs? Yeah. So for most of the health science program and some other programs, you need to check with us first. And for those highly competitive programs, they are usually noted as HCP programs. Yeah. For those, you have to have an IELTS. You can't add an EAP in advance.
Okay, so just add to that, I have another question for you. That let's say we just put in the scenario that the student is interested in applying for a business program. So I don't have the minimum score to meet the IELTS requirement. Can I have both offer for EAP plus the academic program? So in order for me to apply for the study permit, or the college will give the offer, standalone offer for EAP. After complete of my EAP, then the school will give me the LOA for the academic.
So the college will issue just one offer, but it includes both. Include both the EAP program and the academic program.
So that will be helpful, because it's sometimes some student maybe above 20, so they might need to explain their study plan that I don't meet the English requirement, I need to study EAP, but because you see the college has confirmed that I am meeting the academic requirement for diploma program, for instance, so that is your next study plan after completing of the EAP. So that is will provide you better chance of getting your study permit approval. All right, so we have another question here that does Algonquin College have master program with HRM with Corp option?
In general, we do not offer master programs. We have many graduate certificate programs. In terms of human resource management, I don't think our program, can you please check, Jasmine? I don't think HRM has co-op, but it must have some kind of work integrated learning. Let me check myself.
Yeah, so while
Yeah,
waiting
it
for me,
has
sorry,
have work integrated
Yeah,
learning.
it has field placement. So we do not have co-op, but there is some field work placement in the program, and it's not a master degree, but a graduate certificate. So I can explain. I'm not sure if to explain it, but I can add to that if you graduate from a master program, you have to be very good at what you have done, and you have to have some work experience in order to find a good job. But if you have not had any work experience in Canada and you had a master degree from a Canadian university, it might be a challenge to get a good job, because you are overqualified for most jobs and you are underqualified for many others. So that's why many international students choose to study a graduate certificate program, because when you apply, you can apply for a job from low level to high level, depending on your capacity. So you have more opportunity. That's why we strongly recommend international students with to apply for graduate certificate program, because it just gives you more opportunities. Even though on the paper it does not look as good as a master degree. However, it would give you more opportunity to join the labor force, to get a job and to settle in Canada. So in fact, it helps more students than master programs.
Yeah, yes, absolutely true. Yeah, so I want to add on that, because it's the way of the education system here in Canada. They decide that if you are looking for master program, it's only offered at the university level. Right, for college-wide, they will offer graduate certificate, graduate diploma program, and it will give you more hands-on, experience. So it's a kind of, if master, you will more about, academic kind of thing. But for graduate certificate or diploma program, it will give you more hands-on. It will give you more career readiness. So once you complete the program, you are good to go, and it will be better for you in terms of looking for a job opportunity here in Canada. So that is a bit different when you are looking for a right program for you here in Canada. All right. So we have a question here that if, let's say, for a mature student who above 40, do I have the chance to go for a study abroad, especially when it's come to study permit application?
So for mature students, number one, you shouldn't choose diploma programs. That's the key, the first thing. And then you choose a graduate certificate program, at least, and then you have to make a very strong study plan for them, explaining why they want to do this program and how they can use this program to advance their career. And I strongly recommend in those cases, they have to have a very good IELTS score. If they have low score, for example, someone who is 40, they have worked a lot in this field, but their English is maybe only 5 in IELTS, then the immigration officer making this student might not have the opportunity to improve their language, because they are old, they are older, they cannot study English that high, and they will be bored and things like that. So better in those major student cases, you would ask the student to work on their IELTS and get 6.5 that meet the requirements of the program first. The higher it is, the more opportunity the student will be approved. I have a student who came when he is about 43, and he brought his wife and two children, and he was still successful, but his IELTS was 7.5. And he had a career in architecture, and he has been an architect his entire life, and he's going to study green architecture. So everything makes good sense for immigration officer. Okay, this student want to study something that is not offered in Vietnam. That student was from Vietnam, so he will be studying something that was not offered in Vietnam, and he's studying new skill that would help his career as an architect. So he got a visa and everything is good, and he's now became a PR. So even after he he came to Canada. He studied. He got a work permit, and then he worked in Canada, and he became a PR. He was lucky, because of the pandemic. Canada has a lot of good programs to help those who are already in Canada to become permanent residents. For other people who is above 39, they have no points for age when they apply under express entry. So the number of CIS points they have is very low. So you have to be realistic, because when you are over 40, the chances are not, you can still got a study permit, you can work for 3 years after you graduate, but the chance for you to become a permanent resident is very low. So you have to look for other options. Maybe you want to apply under other business programs such as investor or startup, something like that. But who knows, immigration policy change all the time, and once you are in Canada, it's easier. So take the opportunity, go study and work, and see if you can sneak in any opportunity that Canada offers.
Wonderful. Totally agree with you that, Canada, if you're looking for your permanent resident here, then of course if you can't go direct, I mean, you can't submit your application under express entry due to age. Yeah, you may consider another indirect pathway that coming here as an international student. After you complete the Canadian education here, you will gain some point. And of course, in Canada, they have a lot of indication program that you can choose one of them that the most suitable for you and give you the highest score. So I guess that, if you want to go for further study, then it's no age at all, just that depending on your, capacity and how you explain your study plan in the application. All right. So any more question? Yeah, because it's actually we ahead, we run out of 5 minutes. Yeah, so maybe Andrew, did you want to say something before we close the virtual fair?
We just thank you for all of the the representative, Miss Hai Anfu. Welcome to our education fair, and nice to meet you. We so pleased tonight you came and then you give him information aside with also immigration's information. So thank you a lot for this information. And maybe Tracy, one closing statement from you, and then from representative from Algonquin College.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I just want to say that, the Algonquin College offer a lot of program for you to choose from. And, in terms of if you are looking for some of, courses, but they are, all the courses available for you. But if you are looking for high demand courses like IT, because Ottawa is a technology hub, so we'll give you a better opportunity in terms of, job placement, or if even, the job opportunity after you graduation. So you can, contact Corp for further information. They will help you with the admission here at Algonquin College. They will help you with the study permit application, or eventually with the immigration. So I would like to thank, two representatives from Algonquin College to be here today to give us very useful information, and Corp for organizing this event. Yeah, I hope that we will see you at Algonquin College campus maybe in the next couple of months.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Tracy.
Can I add something, JC?
Yeah.
First, I have
Sure,
to
yes.
apologize because I mixed up my calendar and wouldn't come to the event on time. So
no
thank you
No problem.
for helping me in this event. So I really want to see most students from Indonesia, and maybe we can organize something, another event, another time. With Apply or with Maple Corp. We see an increasing interest from Indonesia. Maybe Canada become more attractive to Indonesian students. And I do have some students from Indonesia. Many of them choose animation programs, but we have many more programs equally good. So we have a variety of choices for the students. So feel free to let me know if you have any question about our programs, about life in Canada, because actually currently I'm in Ottawa. And maybe let me show you a bit of the images of Ottawa. That's behind the windows.
Oh.
Oh, you can't see much.
Yes.
That's nice. We can see live.
Yeah,
snow?
so it's
Is it
outside my
snow?
window, and there
Oh.
was some snow. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Clear
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
So I'm based in Ottawa right now, and if you have question about life in Ottawa, then feel free to ask.
Yep.
And I'm an RCIC, which
Yeah.
means Regulated Immigration
Okay.
Canadian
Yeah, sure.
Consultant.
Sure.
I can talk about immigration, about study permit, work permit, and PR if you wish to ask. So feel
Yeah.
free to ask,
Okay.
and we are looking forward to welcome you to Ottawa.
Thank you for lots of
Thank
your
you.
information, Miss Anfu. Talk to you later then, right?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
great evening. Yeah.
Yes,
Hey
you
everyone.
too,
Thank
you
you. Thank
guys.
you so
Bye,
much.
sis.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Tracy.